everyone, this is Random World, and this is part 3, try 1 of What if Deku had all kinetic abilities? Yeah, I don't really know what to do for this one. So, since Shizuku has telekinesis as well as these things right here, and fields, sharpness, adamant. I'm pretty sure I did sloth as well. Now Izuku is just gonna pick. Now Izuku at this current time just goes online and goes to the website and decides to just scroll up and down, and then randomly gonna choose one. Because I got no idea what else to do. The Umbrakinesis. He decides to do this one. The ability to manipulate darkness. Which Izuku goes over to the capabilities. These users can create, shape, and manipulate darkness and shadows. By itself, darkness is mostly used to cloud everything into total darkness. But by accessing a dimension of dark energy, Izuku thinks, dimension? It can also be channeled into a variety of effects, both as an absence of light and a solid substance. Izuku thinks, let's try it. Generate darkness. He repeats it to himself, closes his eyes, then opens them. He sees just like a smoky thing. When he tries to just put his hand through it, nothing happens. It's pretty much a solid block, but his hand can go through it. He continues to read. One can also control and manipulate the beings that exist there, create and dispel shields and areas of total darkness, create constructs and weapons, teleport oneself through massive distances via shadows, etc. Izuku thinks, I can teleport from a shadow to a shadow. He thinks, to Mom's shadow. He walks into the shadow's wall's shadow, and he just oof. I remember back. What? Weird. That felt weird. Because he literally was walking forward through the shadow, fell through it, and then appeared it standing up on his mom's shadow. His mom, you scared me, Izuku. What did you do this time? What thing? Kinesis. Izuku says Umbrakinesis, darkness control. goes back to his room's wall shadow, just thinking, I'm not gonna get used to that. And he decides to go over to the thing, continues to see it. It's black hole manipulation. He just sees everything and is like, I'm gonna come back to it later. And continues to do this 2 more times. Like, continues to just move back and up and down on this kinesis, psycho poison manipulation. He continues to do this with just psychic poison. But he thinks, isn't that just poison manipulation, but with more stuff? Applications infect minds, poison inducement, psychic poison attacks, psychic poison constructs, psychic poison generation, psychic poison mimicry. He just is looking at all of this and so it's just poison control. He goes to the poison manipulation one. Poison creation and toxin venom are terms for any substance that injures health or destroys life when absorbed into the system. Poison is the general word. Toxin is a poison produced by an organism, plant, fungi, or animal. So that means that my poison would just technically be toxic. And venom. And he just continues to read it. Hit toxicity. He continues to just search at this. Wait, poison here? Wait. Looks at the. Wait. He decides to try it. It's thinking, generate purple poison that hurts skin, that burns a little. He doesn't really know what poison, doesn't understand what they mean by the poison, so he just decides poison, bubble form. He just generates it like a bubble, and he sees, whoa, cool. And he's thinking, okay, so, and blah blah blah, and this blah. And thinks of, if this can do that, then could this mean I can just make things like hurt on contact? Then he does it again. He lands on Vikinesis, but doesn't want to do that again. He lands on manipulate spiritual power. He looks at this. This creates, shape, and manipulate other spiritual power generated by every sentient being that possesses a soul or in places with spiritual influence, they can convert it into forms of energy, which he searches up, also called stuff for Furuko, Ghost First, Haki, Phantasmal, Veshi, Manipulation, Spectral Energy, Soul Energy and Manipulation, in Soul Power and Psycho Power, Spiritual / Power Manipulation, Spiritual Agrokinesis, is Power, and Ryuko, Spiritual Pressure Manipulation. He sees this: Astral Manipulation, Astral Projection, Exorcism, Expanded Presence, Soul Absorption, and Soulbound Power, Soulbound Armor, Soulbound Entity, Soulbound Weapon. He just checks out the Soulbound stuff. He just thinks, cool. It just continues to just see everything. Techniques. He thinks, cool. And then, just go psychic. It's poison manipulation, and that one that we just got, he does it one more time. Agrokinesis. He sees energy manipulation, so cool. And sees manipulate energy. Create. Thinks, does that mean I can have infinite energy and never get tired? He thinks, cool. And goes over common physical and sees the capacity or ability to cause, change, or do work. One of the most basic quantitative properties of a system, such as an object or a field of energy transformed or converted into a number of forms that may manifest and be measurable in differing ways. It's the law of conservation of energy, the total energy of a system that can increase or decrease by only transferring it in or out of a system. Thus, the total amount of energy of a system can be calculated in addition to composed of multiple non-interacting parts or has other stuff. Energized body. He says, stay young by absorbing energy? Izuku thinks, strange. Capabilities enhance themselves through absorbing energy and converting it into body energy to perform superhuman feats. So Izuku thinks, if I have that, and searches up what kinetic energy is. Finds it's the movement or physical moving of stuff. And thinks, so if something hits me a lot, could I do All Might what All Might does? He decides to try it out by just energy. Just completely just continues to do that inside of his mind and saying it out loud sometimes. And just gains energy control. Energy, like generating energy inside of his body. Inside its energized body, and everything seems super slow. He can tell this by, well, just he smells something in the air, and who would have known? And it goes like a normal thing, but it seems like it's going normal, but it starts to break through the ceiling, and Izuku grabs it, but it's sort of already too late since it breaks part of the ceiling. And then he just opens the door, closes it, and the doorknob breaks completely. He runs outside so that nothing can get damaged, and then wha-bam! Izuku just, from Inko's standpoint, she just feels ginormous gust of wind go past her. Inko's thinking, is he using his using one of his kinesis things again? He was just using Umbra kinesis, I think he said. And now what is he doing? Air kinesis? But Izuku starts to yum, 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 yum. And it was amazing, and it seemed very, very cool. And Izuku just decides, jump! And lands on the top of the building. Izuku jumps up, causing a crack on the ceiling, not realizing what is gonna happen. And then it drops down. Shaboop! Causing more cracks. But just seals it up with just geokinesis. Then goes back to his room using shadow, Umbra teleportation. Ugh. This is very strange, and yeah, very strange. Izuku decides to go one last time and decides it's chronokinesis. He looks at capabilities. He's create, shape, move, control, interact, and manipulate time. It's indefinite, it continued progress of existence or and events that occur in a apparently irreversible succession from the past through the present into the future in the general area for a specific target in various ways. It's basic acts revolving around accelerating, slowing, stopping, or rewinding, or looping it. The range of the effective area is proportional to the mastery of the user, with those at higher levels being able to affect the entire space-time continuum. Since time exists and flows within space, the two are interrelated. And by manipulating time, one is also distorting space proportionally and affects the relative direction can vary. However, for as example, controlling time, a mere object or person may not affect the space they reside in, whereas twisting the time strain of an entire region of space can cause the area to warp into itself to warp. Additionally, due to time being so closely intertwined with our three-dimensional space, affecting it might not affect another dimension, such as heaven or hell, in the same way it affects our own. He thinks so basic level accelerate, slow, or stop time. So he thinks I'm slow. He spells something up again, but this time it isn't. It seems like it barely is moving, but he sees it is still moving. He just doesn't know how slow it is. And then says, freeze. Everything is actually frozen now. He goes outside to his mom and a fire, what the heck? Why did this thing melt? What, wait, is it still even solid? It seems like it's, oh wait, I can't move at all. He makes it, go back to slow. Everything starts to move a little now, and the thing actually starts to squish because it's actually melting because of how fast he is going. But then Izuku says, cool it down. He just cools it down so that with his cryokinesis, and thinks this ability is pretty cool. And just walking over to his mom, and then just tapping on her shoulder with just the slowness on. Then unfreeze. Izuku and Inko says, you scared me. What did you do this time? Did you freeze me? And then unfreeze me? Izuku explains time control, and she thinks time control as in time manipulation. And now then, Inko says, I feel like you should stop learning these kinesis stuff for a bit, because I think you are already good with what you have. List out what you have, which is just chronokinesis, time control, darkness control, poison control, fire control, ice control, heat control, cold control, telekinesis, geokinesis, controlling a mythical thing, mythical metal. What else do I have? I think that's it. What else? Poison, umbra, darkness. I got, I think that's all. Okay, sloth and field control, as well as, what else? I think that's all for now. Inko says, I think that's enough for now, Izuku. Now then, get ready for school. Or get whatever homework you have done. And since it's the weekend and you've been neglecting it for the past day. Yesterday and for most of today. And on Friday. So please finish whatever homework you have. Because I feel like it should be pretty simple. Well, because it is. He only has like one problem to solve. And now then, it is time for a time skip to Slime Villain Day. Izuku, who is at school, using his sharpness ability, and like using his sharpness ability to just whenever Bakugo is trying to annoy him, he just points his hand up using a finger. Don't you remember kindergarten? And no one else knows about his ability right there, because he forgot to share it with every other grade level. And now Bakugo is just like, grrr, Bakugo is really annoyed with Izuku, but can't even do anything about it. And well, Izuku is just like, Bakugo, leave me alone already. Please just stop annoying me. And Bakugo just leaves him alone because he is just really annoyed and is trying to get payback for all those years ago. And Slime Villain Day. Izuku just flies home. And Izuku just, the wind feels nice today. As he notices, what the? Slime? Might as well check it out. But as Izuku just says, freeze, villain! As the villain just says, perfect! A person to hide in. The villain tries to just jump over to Izuku and gets frozen. Literally gets frozen. All Might appears out, but have no fear, because I am here. All Might notices, thank you. What is your quirk? Izuku says, coldness? That's nothing? He's unsure to say. He's just, his brain went to like 0. Oh, like his brain function went all the way to 0. His brain turned off. His brain got shut down. Because he doesn't know what to say, and All Might is there. and he can't lie to him. But he wouldn't believe that he's quirkless, so he would have to lie. But he doesn't want to lie to the number one hero. And I just met some little, are you okay, young man? Your name, at least? And, and Izuku responds with, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Isn't he like 13? Like, I'm unsure of how old he is. I'm pretty sure he's like 13. And All Might says, nice to meet ya, Izuku. Young Midoriya. Now then, I'm gonna be off. I'll be off. And All Might just grabs the frozen hero and jumps off. Izuku just uses stop time and flies up to him. Flies up to him and like it just sees. What is your quirk? What is your quirk? What is it? Body enhancement, or is it energy enhancement, or is it both, or is it just or is it a insane combo of both? Izuku can't tell and decides to just let's add some energy and let's see what happens. And unfreezes time after he gets a faraway distance where All Might can't see him, but he can see All Might. Then All Might says, why does it feel like I have more energy? It's just saying, who's there? Just thinking, danger senses. And then Izuku thinks, he thinks it's his danger, a danger thing. Well then, I'm off, and this is what I think as well. Like, subscribe, and let's see if we get another video. Bye-bye.